G'day all and welcome to Murder Valley. Just some updates on where I'm up to and what I've been doing. I have been doing things in the background, just haven't been putting them on video. So I'll start with, I've got 6 Auto World Extraction chassis there, Datsun 240Zs. Now I built these 6 cars up last week. Started building them, or built the chassis on the Friday night, painted the body Saturday morning, and then we raced Saturday afternoon because we had a few new blokes. We've changed our time slot from Sunday evenings to Saturday afternoons, and we were weekly, and now we're only once a month. Just guys on shift work, blah blah blah. Just moving things around, making it available to people who, or attainable for people who have a bit of a distance to travel to come and get the meets. So that's where we're at. So loaner cars is the way to go. I had my glance that I've put up in previous videos. Don't have them here. I'll put a pic up somewhere on the screen. So we had the 2 races, and because they were new guys and hadn't driven these styles of cars before, we ended up just racing each one of them twice. So the first one was just a feeler race, just to get a hang of it, and then the second race, repeat, so everyone performed better. So a few little tips about building these extraction deluxe pit kits. Be aware that the first one of these cars that I built, don't know which one it was because all the bodies mixed up, the front axle was bent, so the wheels were wobbly, and actually one at the right hand rear wheel was wobbly on the axle as well. Like, it wasn't the wheel, it was a bent axle. So yeah. Oh, the other thing is the pickup shoes. So there's a standard pickup shoe, the silver one. You can see there's no wear on it. I don't even bother using them. I switch them straight out. They're not those ones. I switch them straight out for the Viper replacement type. Now, not sure exactly who makes them, whether it's Viper or somebody else, but they're available from Harden Creek Slots. They're available from Viper, and I believe WA Slots in Western Australia has some, or did have some. If they haven't got some, you might want to get some in Harley. Anyway, that's just current stock levels, obviously. I don't know. I haven't looked at your site before I made the video, sorry. So other things I've been working on is the Murder Valley Time Attack Challenge. This is the car I raced last year. Just a standard Magna traction, foam tyres, and the Viper replacement pickup shoes. Other than that, there's really no modification to it. And then this one I ran in January. This is a Playing Mantis chassis, and it has a set of truck rims on it, and a body that's a little bit easier to see on the black track, but I wanted more brightness. So one of the things I've been doing is I've resin cast this Porsche. Now this one is a failure because the rear exhaust pipes didn't come out. But yeah, so one of the other things I wanted to do, I wanted to be able to resin cast my own version of the Porsche, because that's what I'm racing, and I'd rather smash up things like this than, I mean, these aren't in collector condition anyway, but I still don't want to ruin them. So having a body that it doesn't matter whether I trash it or not, or break it or scratch it, whatever. And then if you look closely, you'll see what I've achieved just yesterday. So there's like steel rim type look. There's the truck wheels that are known as all sorts of things, kidney mags, jelly beans, all sorts of stuff in Australia. And then these, I've 3D printed these. They are Porsche Fuchs. I don't know how you pronounce it, but come on, you've got to have those rims on a Porsche, a classic Porsche rim. So I've made these because one of the things that I've always wanted to do is put custom rims on my cars, and one of the things I'm looking at doing in the Murder Valley Time Attack Challenge, just waiting for a response from racers, is what they think about the idea of opening the competition up to aftermarket rims. Now, here is a standard Tommy Turbo rear rim. So that's coming in around, just try that again, because last time I did this it came up at 18. So there you go. It's it's not going to work for me, is it? Wow, this thing doesn't know what it's doing. All right, well, let's weigh them together. So there's the front and the rear. And that's really interesting because they came up at 32 before. Can these scales not get a measurement, the same measurement twice? Was it wrong before? All right, let's call it 3940. And then I've 3D printed these. Oh wow, you really can't see them. So they're mini light. They're mini light rims. You're just gonna have to take my word for it, unfortunately. So there you go. They're coming up at the same. These came up at 32 grams. They actually came up at 33 grams last measure, and these came up at 32. So these actually came up as being lighter, but now has someone sabotaged me? Don't know. But anyway, so this is what I'm proposing to use. So this is what I have on here now. Look, this is just a rubbish old. Look at those pickup shoes. This is just a rubbish old chassis. It doesn't even run very well. It's just for looks. Something to put my rims on with my resin body. But these rims I've designed to go on a Tommy Turbo / Bulldog, and these are those same rims just with different centers in them, and of course I've painted them chrome. So there's no lips on the insides of the rims because with my foam tires I don't need them. But you know, you can always glue. I could always glue tires on if I need it, whatever. But this is what I'm suggesting to run in this competition. There's you can buy rims from Road Race Replicas over in the US. You can also buy them from, I can't think for the life of me what the other names of the places. Have been selling rims for years, but they won't sell outside America. They will not post. So the one thing I've always wanted for my cars is to be able to customise rims, etc. I'm finally there. There's a couple of guys in Australia who also do custom rims now. So down in Tasmania, you've got Randall Pruce. I'm guessing that's how you pronounce his name. And you've also got up in Queensland, you've got Brewgog with his By Brew page. And Randall's page is miniatures in the making. So now there's a few sources of different places to get rims from. So it's not one person just having people. You know, I'm not trying to make anyone. No one's getting rich out of doing this stuff anyway. But now there's a few alternatives of where you can get stuff. I think it's time that the Murder Valley Time Attack Challenge embraces what's currently available in the hobby. So like I'm using old school resin casting technology here, if you want to call it technology. There's guys making 3D printed bodies. I already have provision for this in the rules because the minimum, we just have a clip-on body and minimum weight rule of 3.5 grams. So that body's legal. 3D printed bodies are legal. As long as it's over 3.5 grams, you could get an AFX body, modify it, stick an extra front spoiler or whatever, do a little bit of grinding, paint it, whatever. As long as it weighs more than it clips on. And in the spirit of the competition, let's not put big wings and foils and stuff on it. You know, like let's be, it's like sedan type cars. So like as long as it fits over the 3.5, it's legal. So why I'm proposing, let's jump on what we can do. Let's jump on what we can do now with technology that people can buy and use in their houses, and let's start using 3D printed and aftermarket rims. So like some of the cars I've run over the years, I've put Jag TR3 rims on. Now hang on, I do have one here if I can find it. Here we go. So that's it. It's in a plastic bag, but they're little nice, neat looking little five spoke rim from Jag. Now they come in white, black, and chrome. They're the same weight. I've been running them for years on my race car in the Newcastle Ho Racing League because I showed the boys that it's no different weight. It's no advantage. I would actually put out there that probably running a rim with a higher weight is probably more advantageous because it's the same thing as weighting up the corners, especially front rims and holding it down. But anyway, So there's what I'm up to there. And I've even, with those, not that you can see them, but I've even printed, because I've printed a few out today. I've made them in 4-stud and 5-stud because I can. So like 4-stud for like your Japanese cars, 5-stud for your American muscle type stuff. So I'll do up a video, and I'll tidy this old Nissan 300Z up, and I'll put some rims on a Toby Turbo and do this up, and I'll do before and after photos like with the standard wheels and these. I'm gonna have to paint these though, because you really just cannot see that detail. That's shocking. Anyway, doesn't matter. On to other things I've been doing. One of my very, very first videos that I did. Now, which chassis should I use? Let's use this one. So one of my very, very, very first videos I made, I had this what's it called? Dial tension gauge. But what I've done is I've made some additions to it. So now I've got a 3D printer. I've put a bit of a step in it, so that now, and I've made something so it's consistent, so you just put the chassis in, and it's really good for measuring 1-to-1. But what I've ended up doing now is I've bought a 2-needle one. So what this does, you put it in, you lift it up, and then it shows you what it got to. This would be a handy tool if you were, let's say, running a race group, and like Mega G Plus, for example, has a bit of discrepancy in magnet strength. So this is a good way to test them, to see if a car, like, it's cheap way, because these are like $25 off AliExpress here in Australia. You can buy them off eBay, you can buy them all sorts of things, but all sorts of places, but $25. And if anyone's interested locally here in Australia, it's probably not worth shipping them to the States. I can fix you up with those for bugger all, but I've already made them, so that's really easy. What else? Oh, I forgot to mention this before. With these rims, the axle holes, I've made them nice snug fit, and like without this press I would never get these on. Well, I wouldn't. Yeah, they're difficult to get on, but they're a nice fit. They're not going to fall off, and they don't need to be glued. It was the one thing when I started making 3D printed rims that I wanted to make sure they were suitable for competition, because I don't just make shelf queens. But yeah, but anyway, look, that's probably enough of a video for now. I've got more things going on, but yeah, that's probably enough to show for now. And yeah, thanks to all the new subscribers. I've got over 700 now. Thank you very much. And yeah, if you've got any comments about anything I've put down here, put them in the comments. I really appreciate when guys spend the time to give me some feedback on what the videos have in them, or ask questions or whatever. So yeah, really appreciate that. Anyway, thanks very much for watching, and see you on the next one. The next one, I should have custom painted car, and I need to get back to a few of those other projects, like the resin casting of the A9X Tirana and getting the coach done. Don't know if anyone remembers that. I was going to put a slot car chassis under that and make that a runner, because I think that would be cool. And now I can do custom 3D printed rims. I might even be able to find some realistic looking truck or coach wheels. That'd be cool. Anyway, thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.